My name is Callan. I am 32 years old. I work as a software engineer in Seattle. My life wasn't glamorous, but it was mine. And for 6 years, I shared it with Morella. She was my wife, my partner. Or at least I thought she was. We met at a coffee shop in Capitol Hill. She was reading a book I loved. I made a dumb joke about it. She laughed. That laugh changed everything. Within a year, we were married. Small ceremony, close friends, simple vows. I promised to love her forever. She promised the same. Our life together was comfortable. We had a small apartment near the waterfront. Every Sunday, we'd walk along the pier. She'd hold my hand. I'd buy her favorite latte. We'd talk about nothing and everything. I thought we were happy. I really did. Morella worked in marketing. Long hours sometimes, but she loved it. I never questioned her late nights. I trusted her. That's what love is, right? Trust without proof, faith without doubt. But then, small things started to change. She stopped holding my hand during our walks. Her phone was always face down. She'd smile at me, but her eyes looked somewhere else. I told myself it was work stress. I told myself I was overthinking. I told myself lies because the truth was too scary. One night, she came home at midnight. Her hair smelled like cologne I didn't wear. I asked her about it. She said it was her coworker's birthday party. I nodded. I didn't push. I should have. Another night, I woke up at 2 a.m. She wasn't in bed. I found her in the living room, texting someone. She saw me and locked her phone instantly. Just work stuff, she said. I went back to bed. My heart felt heavy. Then came the moment everything cracked. It was a random Tuesday morning. I was making coffee. She walked into the kitchen, avoiding my eyes. Callan, she said softly. I need space. I froze. The coffee pot hissed behind me. Space? I asked. She nodded. Just for a few days. I need to think about us. About me. I'm staying at a hotel. My chest tightened. Which hotel? Does it matter? She grabbed her bag. I'll call you. She left before I could say anything else. The door closed. The apartment felt hollow. I spent that entire day in a fog. I tried to work, but my mind kept replaying her words. I need space. What did that even mean? Was she leaving me? Was there someone else? I called her that night. No answer. I texted her. Nothing. I stared at my phone for hours, waiting for a reply that never came. 2 days passed. Silence. My friend Marcus stopped by. He saw the state I was in. Empty pizza boxes, unwashed dishes, dark circles under my eyes. Man, you look like hell, he said. I told him everything. He listened, nodding. Then he said something that changed everything. Callan, if she needed space, she'd tell you where she's staying. She'd check in. This isn't space. This is hiding. His words hit me like a punch. He was right. I grabbed my laptop. I logged into our joint bank account. I know it sounds paranoid, but I had to know. There it was. A charge from 3 days ago. Bellevue Luxury Suites. $280 for one night. But she'd been gone for 2 nights already, and the charge was dated the day before she asked for space. My hands started shaking. I zoomed in on the receipt details. Room 412, checked in at 6 p.m., 2 guests. 2 guests. I read those words again. And again. My stomach turned. 2 guests. She wasn't alone. I called the hotel. Hi, I'm checking on a reservation. Room 412, is it still active? The receptionist clicked some keys. Yes, sir. Checked out this morning. Can you tell me who booked it? I'm sorry, I can't share that information. I hung up. My heart was pounding. I felt sick, angry, betrayed, but also numb, like my body couldn't decide how to react. Marcus looked at me. What did you find? I showed him the receipt. His face darkened. Bro, I know, I said quietly. But they made one mistake. They thought I was broken. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. Instead, I became very, very calm. Because anger without control is just noise. And I wasn't about to make noise. I needed proof. Real proof. Not just a hotel receipt. I needed to see it with my own eyes. I checked her social media. Nothing new. But then I noticed something. Her location settings were still on. She'd never turned them off. I opened the app. Her little dot was moving. Downtown Seattle, near Pike Place Market. I grabbed my jacket and drove there. It took 20 minutes. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. I parked near the market and started walking. Then I saw her. She was sitting at an outdoor cafe, laughing, her head thrown back, eyes sparkling. And across from her was a man. Tall, beard, expensive watch. He reached across the table and touched her hand. She didn't pull away. I stood there, frozen. People walked past me, but I couldn't move. I watched them for 10 minutes. Watched him lean in close. Watched her smile at him the way she used to smile at me. I took out my phone and snapped a photo. Then another. Then a short video. My hands were steady. My mind was ice. I turned around and walked back to my car. I didn't confront her, not yet. Because confrontation without leverage is just drama. I needed more. Back home, I opened my laptop again. I pulled up our phone records from the carrier website. Morella's call logs. I scrolled through weeks of data. One number appeared over and over, late night calls, early morning texts. The pattern was obvious. I reverse searched the number online. It belonged to a guy named David Chen. I found his LinkedIn. Marketing consultant. Same industry as Morella. I dug deeper. Found his Instagram. And there, buried in his tagged photos from 2 months ago, was a picture of him and Morella at a company event. Her hand on his arm. His smile too comfortable. 2 months. This had been going on for 2 months. I sat back in my chair. My chest felt tight, but my mind was clear. I knew what I had to do. But I wasn't done yet. I spent the next 3 days planning. I didn't call Morella. I didn't text her. I let her think I was still the sad, confused husband waiting for her to come home. But I was building something. A trap? Maybe. Justice? Definitely. First, I called a lawyer, explained the situation. He told me to document everything I already had. Photos, bank statements, phone records, screenshots of David's social media. You have a strong case for infidelity, he said, especially if you want a divorce. I do, I said. Next, I contacted a private investigator. I know that sounds extreme, but I wanted airtight proof. The investigator followed Morella for 2 days, sent me photos of her entering David's apartment, photos of them having dinner, photos of them kissing in his car. Each photo felt like a knife. But I didn't break. I saved every single one. Then I did something unexpected. I reached out to David's wife. Yes, he was married too. I found her on Facebook. Her name was Linda. She had 2 kids. I sent her a private message. Hi, Linda. You don't know me, but I think we need to talk. It's about David. She replied within an hour. Who is this? I sent her one photo. David and Morella holding hands outside a restaurant. She didn't reply for a long time. Then, can we meet? We met at a quiet park. Linda was younger than I expected. She looked tired, defeated. She sat down across from me and stared at the photo I handed her. How long? She asked. At least 2 months, I said. Her eyes filled with tears, but she didn't cry. She just nodded. I knew something was off. I just didn't want to believe it. We talked for an hour, shared stories, compared timelines. The lies matched perfectly, the late nights, the business trips that didn't add up, the sudden work emergencies. Before we left, Linda looked at me. What are you going to do? I'm going to make sure they both understand what they've lost, I said. She smiled. It wasn't a happy smile. It was the smile of someone who'd been broken and was ready to fight back. Count me in. Morella finally came home on Friday night. I was sitting on the couch when she walked in. She looked nervous, guilty, but she put on a smile. Hi, she said softly. I'm sorry I was gone so long. I just needed time to think. I nodded, didn't say anything. She sat down next to me. Kellen, I love you. I just got overwhelmed. Work has been crazy and Room 412, I said quietly. She froze. What? Bellevue Luxury Suites, room 412. 2 guests. Her face went pale. Callan, I can explain. Don't, I said. My voice was calm, cold. I already know everything. I pulled out my phone, showed her the photos, the call logs, the bank statements. Her hands started shaking. Who told you? You did, I said. Every lie you told, every late night, every fake smile, you told me everything. She started crying. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. It just happened. David and we connected, and I... Stop, I said. Don't insult me with excuses. She reached for my hand. I pulled away. What are you going to do? She whispered. I already did it, I said. Her eyes widened. What does that mean? I stood up. Check your email. She grabbed her phone, opened her inbox. I watched her face change as she read the email from my lawyer. Divorce papers, infidelity cited, evidence attached. Callan, please. There's more, I said. Check David's phone. What? Just wait. 30 seconds later, her phone buzzed. A text from David. I knew what it said because Linda had sent the same message to him at the same time. Linda knows. She has proof. I'm done. Morella stared at her phone. No, this can't. Linda and I met, I said calmly. Nice woman. 2 kids. Didn't deserve what you and David did to her. Morella's face crumpled. You told his wife? She deserved to know the truth, I said. Just like I did. She tried to speak, but no words came out. She just sat there, staring at the floor, tears streaming down her face. I grabbed my jacket. I'm staying at Marcus's place. The lawyer will be in touch. Don't contact me. I walked to the door. She called my name. I didn't turn around. I just left. But what came next changed me forever. Over the next few weeks, everything unraveled for Morella and David. Linda filed for divorce. David lost his job. Turns out, workplace relationships with clients were against company policy. Morella tried calling me every day. I never answered. She sent long texts. Apologies, explanations, promises that she'd change. I read them once and deleted them. But something strange happened. As the days passed, I started feeling empty. Not sad, not angry, just empty. Like I'd spent so much energy on revenge that I forgot to save any for myself. One night, Marcus and I were having beers. You okay, man? He asked. I don't know, I admitted. I thought I'd feel better, but I just feel nothing. Revenge is like that, he said. It fills you up for a moment, then it leaves you hollow. He was right. I'd won. Morella and David had lost everything, but I didn't feel victorious. I just felt tired. A month later, I got a letter in the mail, handwritten, from Morella. I almost threw it away, but curiosity got the best of me. I opened it. It was 3 pages long. She didn't make excuses this time. She just wrote about everything. How she'd felt lost, how she'd made terrible choices, how she knew she'd destroyed us. And at the end, she wrote something I didn't expect. Kellen, I don't ask for forgiveness. I don't deserve it. But I want you to know you were the best thing in my life. And I ruined it. I'll carry that forever. I hope you find someone who treats you the way you deserve to be treated. I'm sorry. I read the letter twice, then I folded it and put it in a drawer. I didn't cry. I didn't feel angry anymore. I just felt done. Months passed. The divorce was finalized. I moved into a new apartment, started going to therapy, worked on myself. I realized something important. Holding on to anger was like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Morella tried to reach out one last time. A short email. I heard you moved. I hope you're doing okay. I really am sorry, Cullen. I stared at the email for a long time. Then I typed a reply. I'm doing better now. I hope you find peace too. Goodbye, Morella. I hit send and felt something lift off my chest. It wasn't forgiveness. It wasn't reconciliation. It was closure. And that's when I realized this story wasn't about them anymore. It was about me. About learning that love isn't supposed to hurt, that trust isn't supposed to be a gamble, that I deserved better than someone who could look me in the eye and lie. I started rebuilding. I reconnected with old friends, took up hiking, started writing again, something I'd given up years ago. Slowly, I felt like myself again, a stronger version, a wiser version. One day, I was at the same coffee shop where I'd met Morella 6 years earlier. I ordered my usual, and as I sat down, a woman at the next table smiled at me. Is this seat taken? She asked. I smiled back. It's all yours. We started talking. Her name was Elena. She was a teacher. Kind eyes, easy laugh. We talked for 2 hours. At the end, she gave me her number. Call me if you want to grab coffee again, she said. I said I would, and I meant it. Because I learned something through all of this. Betrayal breaks you, but it also rebuilds you if you let it. Morella taught me what I didn't want. Elena reminded me what I deserved. And David? Last I heard, he was working at a call center. Linda took everything in the divorce. Karma doesn't always show up loud. Sometimes it just quietly rearranges your life until you're exactly where you belong. As for me, I'm still healing. Some days are harder than others, but I'm no longer defined by what Morella did to me. I'm defined by how I chose to move forward. If you've ever trusted someone who hurt you, I hope this story reminds you of one thing. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're human. And humans have this incredible ability to heal, grow, and become stronger than they ever thought possible. Betrayal is painful. Revenge can feel satisfying. But real peace, that comes from letting go, from choosing yourself, from realizing that the best revenge isn't making them suffer. It's living a life so full, so beautiful that they become a footnote in your story. I'm Callan, and this is my story, not a story of betrayal, not a story of revenge, but a story of survival, of healing, of choosing myself. If this story hit home for you, drop a comment below. Share your truth. You're not alone in this. And if you want to hear more real stories like this, stories of pain, growth, and redemption, stay with me. Subscribe. Because we all have stories, and sometimes sharing them is the first step to healing. Thank you for listening. And remember, you deserve love that doesn't come with lies. You deserve trust that doesn't need proof. You deserve peace. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next story.